Hey, what's up, guys? Just want to make a quick video on supplementations. Got a lot of people commenting on my Instagram pictures. That's where I track my contest prep. Got a lot of people asking me, are you taking anything? What are you taking? And what have you. So first things first, there's gonna be a link in the description below. I want you guys to check out Eric Helms' muscle and strength pyramid. That's kind of what I follow during my contest prep. I mean, my coach will give me my diet based on macro and micronutrients, such, and that kind of stuff. But the pyramid's kind of something we follow to kind of order the importance of what we need to focus on, where we need to spend the most amount of time versus where we need to spend the least amount of time. The first aspect of the nutrition pyramid is energy balance being the most important. If you kind of think of the energy or the muscle pyramid kind of as the same as the food pyramid, you'll get a good idea of what I'm talking about. So at the base of it, where we talk about what's most important, where we need to focus the most amount of time, that's where energy balance would be. And if I have a video previously on energy balance, what that means, you guys can check it out. If you need more information, just let me know. Second most important, where we'd be spending the second most amount of time in my prep, would be macro micronutrient intake, which seems pretty self-explanatory, and I'll have some more information coming on that. Third most important is nutrient timing. As I said before previously, there's not a lot of evidence on nutrient timing, whether it works, the overall importance of it. But in this pyramid by Eric Helms is someone I've been following a lot recently and in the past, and someone I really trust with where I focus my time in my prep. He puts emphasis on it, so I therefore also put emphasis on it. But like I said, there's not a lot of evidence behind it, but in theory it all makes sense. Basically, when's the best time to take in certain macronutrients, whether it be pre-workout, post-workout, before bed, and such. So check out that previous video. And then at the top of that pyramid, kind of where you'd find sweets, junk food in the food pyramid, is supplementation. So supplements should only be used to supplement an area you have a deficit in. If you have a protein intake of 300 grams per se as a goal, if you're doing maybe 1.5 grams per pound or something like that, and you physically cannot eat enough food to get that much protein in a day, then supplementation with a protein supplement, whether it be whey protein isolate, casein at night, then that's when it comes into play where it makes sense to be using. For me, the only protein I take in other than my diet is post-workout. I do have 2 scoops of whey protein because in the workout we're going to be depleting our store. So in the aspect of nutrient timing, I like to replace it within 30 minutes, 45 minutes post-workout, before my post-workout meal. I also have casein at night. I eat every 2 to 3 hours when I'm awake. So when I'm sleeping, and I might be sleeping for 6 to 7 hours, 5, 6, 7 hours, I like to make sure that my body stays in somewhat of an anabolic state while I'm sleeping. So I'll take a slow digesting casein protein at night, UMP by Beverly Cookies and Cream, just to keep me in a positive energy balance through the night, because it's between those meals, like I said before, that we dip into a negative energy balance and our body starts breaking down muscle tissue proteins for sources of energy. So that's my kind of protein intake. The rest of it I can get pretty easily through my diet because I'm still hungry all the time on prep. Looking in the morning, the only supplements I take in the morning is 1 fish oil tablet. I don't eat a lot of fish in my diet, so sometimes my post-workout meal will contain of a white fish such as tilapia or cod. Not a huge fan. I like salmon, but we're trying to keep the, it's got a lot of fat in it, so we don't try to take too much of that, and it messes with my macronutrient intake. So since I'm not getting a lot of fish in my diet, I incorporate omega-3 fatty acids through fish oil. I also take 1 tablet of carnitine in the morning. Carnitine's an amino acid. It helps use body fat in general as sources of energy. Carbohydrates are your main source of energy that your body uses the glycogen as energy, and then carnitine just helps your body utilize fat stores as sources of energy instead of breaking down muscle tissue and such, which is important for me. The only other supplements I take, guys, is I take digestive enzymes. I'm a huge fan of digestive enzymes. I'm a huge fan of gut health. If you guys have never heard of Neil Hill, I want you guys to check out Neil Hill. He's got a book, and videos, and he does interviews. He's a huge fan of gut health and the importance of gut health. I was never really into that. Started reading into him, started researching a little bit, and it plays a huge factor in our bodies, our physiques, just general health. So I want you guys to check out Neil Hill if you get a second. But I take digestive enzymes because there's a lot of studies out there that'll say like your body can only digest so much protein at a time. Depending on your size, your intakes, your health and such. So I just want to make sure that when I'm taking in these larger meals at times that my body's adequately able to break them down, so I'm able to absorb them, because what we don't break down, we're not going to be able to absorb. So we can eat all we want. If we're not breaking it down and absorbing it, then we're not going to see the results. So I incorporate the digestive enzymes into my diet just to ensure that I'm able to do both of those. And then lastly for me, just at night, I take some ZMA, which is zinc and magnesium tablets. It just helps with muscle recovery. I like to think of it as kind of like a natural muscle relaxant I take at night. It helps me, my muscles get real loose, and I feel great. I wake up, I'm usually pretty energized. My muscles aren't fatigued. I'm not too sore. So it's a nice thing to have in your diet to make sure that we're getting the proper recovery in. So that's all I take, guys. I mean, the biggest thing you need to be focused on is your diet. You need to figure out, what's your maintenance calories, what you need to do to adjust those calories in order to either gain weight, lose weight, maintain, and then, mess with your macronutrients. See what your body is accustomed to. My body responds better when I manipulate my fat intake, whether I go up or down, than if I were to manipulate my carbohydrate intake up and down. So it takes time, guys. You got to, do some before and afters, week by week check-ins and such to see what your body's responding to, and, kind of find the macronutrients that your body responds to best. So just keep messing with it. If you guys want any videos made, let me know. I'll do some research, get you guys the best information available. And like I said, the links to some of the stuff I was talking about will be below. Thank you.